Traveling through the graveyard with a suitcase full of sparks. Honey, I'm just trying to find my way to you. Lit up every campfire I found out in the dark. Oh, I cut down all the cottonwood. Picked up all the arrowheads, all buffalo trails of the Indians. The Oklahoma sky's cutting through.
Hey you guys, I know it's been a minute, but thank you so much for coming back and being here today to catch up with me. My name is Laura. I am the owner of Back Porch Fiber Co. You can find me on Instagram at Back Porch Fiber Co. On Etsy as Back Porch Fiber Co. You can do some shopping on Etsy or directly on my website, which is also backporchfiberco.com. If you need to get a hold of me, the best way to do that is either through an Instagram DM or you can email me at backporchfiberco@gmail.com. You can also reach out through Etsy or through my website as well. I see it all. My little donkey mug. It was this running joke in my family. Every time my brother-in-law would come over, I would always give him this mug. And I just think it's the cutest mug. So no innuendos or anything, but like there's even like this cute little donkey on the inside too. It's one of my favorites. Love me a hot coffee on a cold, cloudy, overcast, foggy day. Man, you guys, it has been so foggy. So foggy. When I was a kid, it was this kind of foggy. And then I feel like the last 15, 20 years, it has not been like this. And then all of a sudden, like last year and this year, it has been so foggy. And people are like, wow, I've never seen this kind of fog before here in this area. And I'm like, oh, you just haven't been here for 30, 40 years. So, all right, so my window is doing something kind of crazy over here. My apologies. Let's see if I kind of move a little bit more this way. Maybe that'll just at least be a little bit less obtrusive. But it is Wednesday, January 21st, 2026. And you guys, I have to apologize. I am so sorry that I just left y'all hanging with Vlogmas. I started a new job and life just got crazy. I literally had so much footage to edit. That's my dog. She's just right here. I had so much footage to edit and I did not have enough time to edit. That may make its way out one day, but I kind of doubt it. So just once I started my new job and then Christmas responsibilities and gift giving and household responsibilities, I just did not have enough time to edit and get those out. So I really apologize. My dog is such a lover. This is Maggie. She is a super sweetheart, aren't you? Okay, you gotta go. You gotta go. Yeah, come on. You can lay down right here. Lay down. She's stretching. Lay down. All right, give me just a minute. All right, she found her way nestled in. Nope, not anymore. That's okay. We'll just see what happens. All right, so you guys, I wanted to go over some finished objects with you guys first. Give you guys an update on my Advent knitting, which also is like kind of some finished objects as well. Let you guys know what I am planning for these next few months, as well as sharing some super fun happy mail with you guys. Okay, so I'm gonna start here. This is, because these are on the sock blockers, they are drying still, but this was the Homespun House 4 Sundays of Advent, week 4. And this was actually a pattern suggestion that Molly from A Homespun House was inspired by, and it was basically her instructions. You guys, I cast on 60 stitches. I did a 2x2 cuff, then a 2x4 ribbing, so purl 2, knit 4. Every 16 rows, I did a 2x2 cable, and you could do a 2x2 front, 2x2 back cable. It doesn't matter, just stay consistent. The other thing that I did here to note is up here at the beginning, I worked a half a repeat, so I did the cable on row 8 instead of row 16. And then I'm always interested like how people do their cuff, or like stop their pattern, like where they stop their pattern to go into their heel and their toe. So I'll share that with you guys too. So I did a cable here, and then I did a few rows before I started the heel. There's no right or wrong to this, you guys. And then with the toe, you can tell my sock blockers are too small for these socks, but I realized that they were gonna be big. They may be really big for me, I don't know. So I did the toe right after literally the row after the cable. I think that these are gonna be a little bit big on me. I think they're gonna be kind of slouchy house socks kind of feel. I don't think I'll wear these with shoes because I think that they'll just kind of fall off, and so I can see wearing them with house slippers. But you guys, I loved this colorway, and I really enjoyed the pattern as well. So if you need, like if you go towards maybe more of a 64 stitch count or 72 stitch count, I do think that if you just did a 66 cast on instead of a 60, you could do any multiples of 6 really. So there that is. And this was the mini skein that came in that 4 Sunday of Advent sock set, which I really loved. I don't know if this was her blackberry colorway, if it was one that she just did specifically for these or not, but either way, I'm gonna take these off the sock blockers for now. They'll go back on to finish drying because they're definitely not fully dry yet. I blocked them this morning. They've been done for a few days, but look at, like, these were just a coiled mess kind of, but once you block them, they just look so much nicer. Why does one seem so much bigger than the other one? Maybe it's just how I blocked it. They don't, okay, nope, they're good. They're good. All right, those will need to go back on the sock blockers because they're definitely not dry yet, but I wanted to put my other socks on the sock blockers. So these were ones that I finished beginning of December. This was, I don't know, you know what, maybe I think these might have been week 2, so I probably finished them mid-December. I'm gonna put them both on the sock blocker for you guys. I'm expecting an Amazon package, and it's kind of a fun Amazon package, so I don't think it'll come while we're filming, but just in case. Okay, so these are from Summer Lee's book, The Sock Project. Here they are. It is a little faux cable down the side here with just a little bit of like pearl detail in there. And I decided to do like a short leg on these, which I love. I just feel like I've been gravitating towards those short legs for some time now. Okay, these are the Soma socks. That's the one that I did. And she did hers with a short cuff as well, or short leg. So I just really liked it, you guys. Super fun potato chippy knitting kind of pattern. Potato chip knitting is something I consider about a 4-row repeat a good potato chip knit. Sometimes more than that, just depending on the pattern. But where it's like, you know, I'll stop knitting after I finish this row. Oh, like after I finish the repeat. I'll stop knitting after I finish this repeat. And then you're halfway through that next repeat and you're like, oh wait, I said I was gonna stop. And it's like you just can't stop. You can't eat one potato chip. That's why it's called potato chip knitting. Okay, and let's see, the other one that I wanted to show you guys. Oh no, I do not know where it is. I think I'm gonna have to go get it. It's another sock that's done. Okay, let me take some of my coffee while it's still hot. Okay, so I made these bags for my knit group and for my friend Annie for Christmas. They are my hair, like arm bags, and then you can knit out of them. It works so good. I absolutely love it. Okay, so as I mentioned, I started working like a on-site job. I'm still owner of Back Porch Fiber Co. Back Porch Fiber Co. is still thriving and going strong. I just wanted something with a paycheck. I don't know. I'm entering into like this weird kind of stage of life where I'm almost an empty nester, but not quite an empty nester yet. But my son is very independent, so he's not home a ton. It's that stage of life. And if you know what I'm going through. So I decided, so the type of job that I have, I work at a little like grocery market it's kind of like an upscale convenience store, honestly. And it's in a housing development. It's very small. Like it just hasn't gained a lot of traction yet. So after I finish stocking shelves, dusting, cleaning up, doing restocks if there are new items, all of that kind of stuff. As soon as I do all of my responsibilities, then it is okay if I knit. I've gotten permission. I can knit. I can do computer work if I have some Back Porch Fiber Co. computer work to do. As long as all of my work responsibilities are done and I'm paying attention to customers when they do come in, I can knit. So what I've decided, because every year I put off knitting Christmas socks using my Christmas yarn. I have probably closer to 5 to 7 skeins of Christmas yarn. And every year I'm like, oh, I'll do it in November. Maybe I'll even start in October. And then by that time I'm already well into gift knitting and I don't have time to knit Christmas socks for myself. So my goal for this, at least the first half of the year, is to try to get a pair of Christmas socks done a month. And I'm gonna say for 90% of my knitting on these socks, I am doing solely at work, solely at the market. I did take these to church with me last week because I didn't have anything else stockinette to work on. And then I kind of finished them when I got home. So it's time to start the next one, but isn't this so fun? Is that not Christmas or what? So I did a 1x1 twisted ribbed cuff. I don't know why, I just chose to do that. I was reminded a little ways into it that it's definitely not my favorite cuff to do. It's just tedious, but that's okay. Slow going and tedious. I did 60 rounds and then I'm just doing vanilla sock knitting for all of the Christmas socks. They will probably just all be vanilla. I love the idea from Summerly to do like cables in the cuff. So I may choose to do some little cables in the cuff and then do stockinette, or just do stockinette after that. I don't know. But sock number 1 is done. So I have well, I mean, if I was to do my goal of only knitting these at work and trying to get one done per month, I have like 9 days left. And I'm not working, I think I'm working 5 of those days, so maybe 4. I don't know, and they're not long shifts either. So I probably won't get it done, but that's okay. And look at this adorable stitch marker, you guys. My friend Annie gave that one to me. It's from Lock and Lou, but I am just using this one on like for the whole year since I'm working on these socks. They're so fun, you guys. I have no idea what yarn this is. It has been caked up in 2 50-gram balls for probably 3 years now. No joke. So I have the other little half of it all ready to go. I just want to make sure that I start off at the same point, which is just a little bit of green there. So I don't know why I did that. And then the other thing that I did, you guys, okay. My pet peeve is when you're doing self-striping socks, and then when you get to the toe, you have like one line of the next stripe because you didn't end it in time. I don't know why, that just irks me. It just does. There's nothing you can do about it, really. Although there is something that I did about it this time. My socks were plenty long, so I just stopped. I didn't decrease my toe all the way down. But look, it totally looks fine. Like it's a little bit more rounded, but who cares? Who cares? They're just for me. Not a big deal. So excited to start the next one. I may start on the next one later today so that it is ready for my shift tomorrow. Okay. The next thing that I want to share with you guys as far as like finished objects go is my blanket, my Coziest Memory by Kemper Ray blanket. It's all the way back here. I'm in the middle of a square, of course, but I did finish quite a while ago. I did finish all 12 days of Advent that my son picked out. So I was going to share that with you guys. So I can move my marker. I need a different marker and I need to move it. So this here was pre-Advent, I believe. And then, which way did we go? All right. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, day 7, 8, and 9. Day 10, 11, 12, 12. We ended here. That's where we ended. Okay, I'm always surprised because I wouldn't have picked this color here to go there, but my son did, and he does this often where he picks a color and I'm like, okay, but whatever, you're picking the colors and I'm just gonna do it. And I don't say anything. I think it to myself, right? But then it actually looks great and super fun right there. So I love it. Okay, so that was day 12. And then since then, we have added another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I am on number 8, which is this super deep purple. All right, so that's where I'm at with these. So what is that? Now I gotta recount it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've finished 7 for this new year. And actually after this purple one, I need him to pick out more yarn. He just goes through all of my like 5 gram plus scraps, and we just have this bowl, this never ending bowl. I feel like, why can I not get to the end of this bowl? It is kind of funny actually. And I do add things to it, but not that much. I don't know. So that's the Advent blanket. Okay. Put a couple things away here. I'm going to get these guys back on the sock blockers to get them dried. I have them in front of my heater to dry. Oh, they smell so good. All right. I'm going to talk about, well, I'm going to show you a couple other things that I've been working on. One thing that I've been working on is, okay, yarn related. I'm doing a hot water bottle cover for my daughter. I feel like it looks so little tiny here, but when I had it on double pointed needles, it actually looked a lot bigger. But once I was able to, I moved it to circulars so that the color work wouldn't pucker at the corner or at the edges. So I'm using 6 different colors. This is the Maxine hot water bottle cover. And here I'll share with you as best I can. I'm sure if you've watched any of my other podcasts, I know you've seen this yarn. So all this yarn. It feels extra soft today. That's kind of funny, huh? But I got my daughter a hot water bottle for Christmas, and I feel like a hot water bottle is not something as common in the US as it is maybe in the UK. Maybe even in the Midwest, it might be more popular. I am not sure. But when I proposed it to my husband, I'm like, hey, what do you think about grabbing a hot water bottle for our daughter? Because it's just more mobile, right? And you can fill it up with hot water wherever. He's like, it goes, oh yeah, actually one of my buddies uses one when we go backpacking. Because you heat up the hot water on it, like on a camp stove, and pour it in, and then it keeps you warm at night. Like, that is so genius. So I got her this super cute little fuzzy hot water bottle cover, and the hot water bottle came with this cover. I'm like, I think I need to make her a cover for it. So that's what we're doing there. The other thing that I am working on finally, again, I've showed this so many times and I'm finally started with it. So for my new office, I am making a lot of the artwork or bringing it in from like a friend who is an artist and just different things. So I am making this, and you guys will not believe how much progress I've made on this. Okay, it's not much. But in my defense, I started it, ripped it all out, and started it again. I'm loving a different medium. It's still fiber, but it's just a little different. I'm really, really enjoying this. I used to do counted cross stitch when I was a lot younger. I just really enjoy it. So one of the issues that I was having is remembering what the top and the bottom was. So I just very loosely thread this orange thread up at the top to know that it was the top. So every time I picked it up, I didn't have to go through and count the stitches. And I think that that's where I messed up. I think I had it upside down when I did another color. And I think that's why I had to take it all out. I'm guessing that was the issue, but I'm not too sure. Okay, so that's something else I'm working on. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna share some acquisitions, and there's only one yarn acquisition. Everything else is not. So for Christmas, my daughter got me this Swanky, which is a cashmere blend sock yarn. I don't think I'm going to use it for socks. Cashmere socks often will felt. I don't know what I'm going to use this one here for, but they got me another one of these. Let me see, is it in here? It is not in here. It is like a russet red with some pecan browns, and like it is just this beautiful, moody color. You know what, let me just go grab it. You guys ready for this? I have shown it before. Look at how moody that is, you guys. I don't even know if it's coming out true, but I want to make the Amelia hood. I'll pop a picture of it right here. So the Amelia hood, you have to hold your fingering weight yarn double with a mohair or a lace weight yarn. So I purchased just a few days ago, and I just did it through Etsy. I could have gone through a wholesaler since I did used to dye yarn, but the wholesaler that I found it out, they were out of it by the time I got around to ordering it, and I really don't need a wholesale amount. So I just bought some bare yarn on Etsy. I think it's called like Stixis or something like that. I'll put the info where I found this yarn online, or I mean in the description below. But I'm going to dye that yarn, it's a brushed, sorry, I'm not even like telling you guys what it is. It is a brushed lace merino nylon blend. It is supposed to be super, super soft, not itchy like sometimes mohair can be. And I am going to dye it in this, maybe down here, like this pecan brown, like it's a deep, deep brown. And I think that it'll just make this even moodier than it already is. I think it's going to be gorgeous. And I should just need one skein of that and one skein of this. I cannot wait to make that Amelia hood. And even more fun, my son and I are going to New York with my husband here coming up, and I would love to have that done. Either finish it on the plane or have it done before we go. I have about 5 weeks, and I think as soon as I get that yarn, if I can dye it quickly and get it dried, I think I could do it. I do think I can do it, but we'll see. I am so excited to start that project. Okay, so these were the yarns that they got me. One for my birthday, one for Christmas. Those were from my daughter and her husband. Okay. Let me share a couple super fun acquisitions with you guys. So a few days ago, I received, this was a complete impulse buy. Thank you, Instagram. It is My Year in Yarn. It is from Summer Day Crochet. I bought the sticker pack, of course, that goes with it. Guys, look at these stickers. How cute are those? So fun, you guys. Okay, so one of the reasons why I bought this is because I really am on a mission to work down my stash. My goal, and I'm putting numbers to it, my goal is to work at least 75% out of my stash, and if needed, 25% of new yarn. For example, I did buy that bare yarn, so that will be, incoming acquisition, incoming stash, but I needed it to be able to use this, which is in my stash kind of thing. I guess that's more 50-50, but you get the idea. I mean, as long as I net out to using 75% of my yarn out of my stash, not 75% of my stash, that would be crazy. But by the end of the year, let's say I used 1,000 grams of yarn. 1,000 grams? Yeah, 1,000 grams of yarn. I'm hoping that 750 of those grams would be stash and only 250 or less would be new yarn. Does that make sense? That's the goal, if I'm putting numbers on it. Use more stash than new, basically. But I'm also not limiting myself. I'm going to New York, you guys. Do you know how many amazing yarn stores there are in New York City? Just do a Google search and you will see. It's a lot. Okay, so I have been having so much fun. It took me almost a week to get started on this because I needed to find that creative person that I used to be. And I think I found her. I'm not saying that it's the most creative, but I at least just started. And if you're in that position, just start. So I started with a vision board, which is typically not me. I'm kind of a fly by the seat of my pants kind of gal. But I wrote down some makers that I want to explore more or do patterns from this year. I have big goals for 2026, how I want to feel, and I'm going to share that with you guys because I think a lot of us feel this, but I want to feel less overwhelmed, like with my stash, and just with projects in general. I want to feel productive and I want to feel relaxed. And I do think that all three of those things are possible. It just takes some focus, but yeah. Okay, so you have your 2026 vision board, and then every month you have pages to fill out. You also have like little challenges. I'm gonna read this to you guys. It says, are you a chronic baby blanket maker looking to try some new types of projects or just have decision fatigue and want to be told what to make each month? I feel like that sometimes. This year, long monthly challenge is for you. Complete the challenge blocks in the order of your choosing. So they have things like a book sleeve, a hat, a wall hanging, sweater, kitchen item, jewelry piece, basket, hair accessory, doll, plushie, bag, socks, that kind of thing. And then look at it, even has pattern ideas. I have not scanned that yet, but that will be fun. They have like works in progress trackers. Completed project overview, and then a project log for different projects. And this, I've created this. They have other like handmade gift lists, so you get to mark down all the things that you've gifted, you know, which I think would be super fun. But this one here is my yarn in, yarn out. So that was a custom one that I did. And then if I need to, I'll continue on. But I will write down I'm not going to write down yarn out until it is off my needles. I will also be keeping track of the squares on my blanket, which I've not done yet, as you can see, because there's nothing on here, but I will. And I think I do about 4.5 grams per square. I need to kind of measure one and I need to weigh one before I start the square and after I start the square. And then I'll just multiply it by however many I've done so far. I'm not gonna get into the nitty gritty of 1 gram, 2 grams. I'm just gonna do it as a whole for right now. And I might just like do that monthly, monthly squares, and then write down an estimate, 4.5 grams times 10 squares, that's 45 grams kind of thing. For other projects, I will simply weigh the project when it's done, and that way I will know how many grams of yarn I used. Easy peasy stuff, you guys. Yeah, so that was one of my acquisitions. Oh, I love it so much, you guys. So with that, I found it necessary to get some new art supplies. So I got these colored pencil set, and let me tell you guys, I'm just gonna have to pop a video in at the end of this video. I opened up this beautiful box, pulled out the colored pencils. It was so pretty, all in order and in their right hues and everything. And then this wave of anxiety hit me. What if I don't put them back in order? What if they all fall? Because they're just on these like plastic flimsy trays. You guys, the anxiety was real. please tell me in the comments below if anybody else feels like that when you open up a new set of pencils. I don't even want to open it up until I have the organizer that I bought that is coming on Amazon anytime now. And then I will open it up at my table and very quickly and carefully place all of those pencils in order in a case. I don't feel like I felt like this in a really long time, and it's kind of fun, honestly. I just don't feel like I allow myself to get excited about things like this. Is that silly? I don't know. I think as a mom, sometimes you just kind of lose yourself and lose some fun aspects because you're always going. So this is permission, no matter where you are at in the parenting phase, if you're a mom or a dad. Newborn, to empty nester, to grandparent. I'm a grandma, so grandma, great grandma. You guys find the fun again. I give you permission to get giddy and anxious about colored pencils. Just do it. Find those things that you like just use to like fuel the flame inside of you, and just allow yourself that freedom to do that. You might be thinking like, this sounds wacky, but it's just where I'm at in life. So I'm just sharing honesty here. All right, you guys. So today is the 21st of January, which means that yesterday there was a new book release by Summer Lee. The Sock Obsession. They do have it on Amazon. They do have it in Barnes & Noble from what I understand. And then I think it's the McKinney Knittery is also selling it. You guys run. Just go get this book. If you need to get it on Amazon, get it on Amazon. If you go to Barnes & Noble because you want it in your hands right now, go do that, you guys. This book is amazing. I had so much fun just reading her stories last night. Before I ever even got to a pattern, I was reading her stories and just reminiscing to my own childhood in ways that I could relate with Summer, and then thinking of my own things that I used to do, because she talks a lot about her childhood in this book. I have not read the whole thing because I want to kind of savor it a little bit. But I did like read through the introduction and read through kind of like I read all the stories up until the patterns. This book is so fun. So fun. Okay, so I was going to tell you guys. The funny thing is, I bought this book for my friend Annie for Christmas, and I like printed out a cover of the book and like, hey, coming January 20th, got you this book kind of thing. Well, she had contacted my husband and asked if anybody was getting me this book for Christmas because she did the same thing. So we opened up each other's Christmas presents and realized that we each got each other the same book to be delivered January 20th. Isn't that funny? We are so alike. It's so funny. Okay, do you guys want to know what project I am knitting on first? I have no business casting on another pair of socks, but I'm going to. And this is the color palette. Let me show you. Gotta pull it up here. It's in her Whimsical, the Whimsical chapter. I just have to. And Annie, my friend, she goes, Laura, I saw that pattern and I instantly thought of you. She told me that after I picked it. Isn't that funny? So hers are very pink. This is what I have in stash. It's all stash yarn, you guys. This is what I have in stash. So this is what I will be using. This is, I think, Emma's yarn. And I think I actually got this for free. So there was a yarn store that was kind of trying to de-stash stuff. And she's like, oh, just take it. Okay. So And then my only concern with this black yarn, I think that this black yarn is from a maker who has pretty thick sock yarn. So if I can find a thinner dark gray in my stash, I think I'll use that dark gray instead. And I think that that would look super great. But if I can't, it's okay. I'll just use this, but I just think it's a little bit thicker. But again, maybe it might be fun having it a little bit thicker because it's just like, it's just 2 rows of the black on each sheep. Let me show you. Gotta find it again. It's basically like for the nose and the horns. Oh, and the feet. So you're not using too much black, but it might be fun to kind of have a thicker yarn when doing that, just so that it pops a little bit more. I cannot wait to cast those on. I'm trying to like color work more and more. Okay, the other socks, and you guys, this is gonna surprise y'all, but the other socks that I really want to make, and I don't think I would do the stripes, but I just think it would be so fun to have a pair of socks with lobsters on them. Completely out of left field for me. Completely out of left field. The other ones that I really love in here, okay, who am I kidding? I really love all of these socks. I just want to knit them all. But this here is also a top contender for me of like needing to cast on right here. I'm not going to yet, but I really want to. My coffee is definitely cold by now. Okay, the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is this huge desire to work this down. Is this ridiculous, you guys? These are scraps of my scraps. Now, if I have 5 grams or more, I've already added all of these to my blanket. Or if there wasn't enough to add to my blanket, then I didn't. But like, look at how small some of those are. So what I want to make with this, I'm not even going to organize it. I'm literally like going to just pull stuff out. But I want to make a scrappy granny stripe doll blanket. How do y'all feel about that? My nieces are definitely quickly approaching the age of baby dolls. And I think it would be so fun to just use all this leftover sock yarn to make a granny stripe blanket. Because really, you don't have to even finish a whole stripe. You can just work on it. And when you run out of that color, move on. That's my thought. But like I said, if I do have 5 grams of one or more, I don't mind adding that same color back into my son's blanket, like on the other side. You'll never know. It's going to be, I think, almost 400 squares. You won't know. So that's where we're at. I really, really, really want to do that. And I just feel like, I mean, you could do a couple stripes a day on a doll blanket. It would be so fast. I mean, I could even just maybe pick 15 minutes and work on it for 15 minutes and move on. All right, you guys. Oh, I knew that there was something else I wanted to share with you guys. Okay, so that is all of my personal yarn stuff. Acquisitions, finished objects, whips, plans, all of that. What I want to show you guys are a couple new items that I got for the shop. And I even have a few more coming, but they're kind of lost in transit right now. But okay, can you see these? These are little heart stitch markers. And okay, so they come in like all these different beautiful colors, reds, greens. It's just a variety pack, you guys. Like yellow, pink, orange, different shades of purple. Oh, they are so stinking cute. I love these so much. These are in my shop right now, but they are limited. And once they're gone, I can't say for sure that I would get any more back in. So definitely grab some, you guys. They're so fun. The other thing that I got, and this is, so those are, the hearts are random. These little hexagons are rainbow. You get 4 of each 6 colors of the rainbow. These are little hexagons. So these come in a 24 pack. I know, like, I feel like you're not going to see these very well, just the way I have these, but I can pop some better pictures in as well. So yeah, so I have hearts and hexagons. I will have soon some little tiny 5mm circles and some 9mm circles, especially for like your sock knitting. Oh, those 5mm circles are so great. I love them. The other thing are these little spiral hearts. And that's not doing it justice. So let me show you. And these come in a 10 pack and it's 1 of each color. There's a whole bunch of different colors. So you literally, you guys, you just, it's like a progress keeper, but you just spiral it on to your work. Like that. These are so fun. So fun, you guys. I love these so much. I really like these little spirals for like amigurumi projects. Here's the other one. I like them for marking the right side of your row. So they're great because you don't have to unclip them. I'll see that. You just like it, you just wind or spiral it off basically. I love these so much. I don't have the round ones in the shop yet, which is silly. I don't know why I don't. I just need to take pictures, I guess. But I love these spiral guys. They are so great to use. I love them for quickly counting rows on your sock. You guys, I used them for these socks. I had a round one that I was using, but I would also do it with these hearts. I would mark it on my cable row. Let's see. Try to do this here. Like that. Okay, so that was my cable row. And then every cable row, I would just have to count. And once I got to 15, I knew that I was ready for that next cable row. So what I would do before the row is I would take this off and I would use this as my cable needle. So it marked my row. It was just a 2x2 cable on fingering weight yarn. So I just snagged those 2 front stitches, move it to the front or to the back, work the 2, and then put them back on the needle. It was the most genius, perfect thing ever. I loved working those cables with these little stitch markers. It was great, you guys. So fun. So lots of different things that you can do with these stitch markers. You can use them when you're working on amigurumi projects or any crochet, like in the round project where you need to mark the beginning of your row with a removable stitch marker. These are basically removable stitch markers, but you don't have to open and close it like with the bulbs. I love it. Love it. So those are also in my shop and those are also very limited. Once those are gone, they're gone. I could get more back in. I just don't have plans to. So those are a few new items in the shop. I'll get those, the little circle spiral ones in the shop too, hopefully before this airs, but if not, my apologies. Hopefully I can do that at work tomorrow. All right, you guys. I think that is all. This was a very long podcast. podcast. So thanks for hanging in there. If you're still here listening and watching, I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for all of your support and love over the Christmas season. You guys have blown me away with all of your orders. Look for some more organizers in my shop. They should be here any day to get to restock in the shop. The other super popular item right now are the darning needle wooden holders. I have more of those coming in the shop. I have a few more now already in the shop, but I have even more coming as well to restock, and those should be here probably tomorrow. Yeah, so if you missed out on something because it wasn't in the shop, check back often because I am constantly restocking things. Okay, you guys, happy making. I hope that you got an hour to yourself watching this podcast and enjoying some knitting or crochet or embroidery time. Bye, you guys. Have a great day.